Okay.
All right.
So
how do we approach it, Andrea? Yes.
So the thing is simple. We publish. I can do sharing screen now, but we publish the in a link way early. We publish the rules for the contest. We have a very nice name for it. We call it Gemini Summer of Code. I think that's a brilliant name for a contest. And people has not understand what we want from them, Victor, because they are sending us things that we are returning the email saying, sorry guys, maybe surely it's a problem from our side. We didn't explain it well, or maybe you didn't read it well. So we have a communication problem, but no problem. Guys, we are a community, we have to communicate. And of course, we come from different places of the world. We have different ways of speaking English. So maybe at some point we have problems. So what we ask in the contest from you guys, and this is now on your side, Victor.
So
deliverable.
Andrea, you're gonna be replaced by an AI at this rate. I'm just saying, okay? Be very careful. They are gonna be replaced, Andrea. All right. So as I was saying, the idea here, right, is to create one of those boxes that I used to have as a kid, where it is a chemistry lab in a box, a microscope in a box, I don't know, your first planetarium in a box. However, in that box, as I was mentioning before, this box was not delivered as any one project. In fact, the box was very careful on not doing that at all. What they wanted to do is give you a kit that... Sorry, I can hear something on my background. Okay, sorry. So as I was saying, right, this box allows you to create anything and nothing, because it is only the first pieces of a complete application. So if you look, and I'm going to share, Andrea, my screen, if that's okay. Hopefully I don't break anything from your side. That, but if you look at my web starter kit, which I'm sharing right now, and if you don't have this address, I will make sure that let me copy it in Discord as well, so everyone can follow me as I go. So make sure to go to this repo, and you're going to open it at the same time that I do, okay? Because I want everyone to be looking at this at the same time. So go here, open this repo, and go with me. Listen to my voice, but look at the repo itself, okay? So if I go here, right, and if I take a look to this repo, you will see that this is called the Liquid Galaxy Web Starter Kit. And it looks like a web application, but it actually is not, because it's not anything finished. What it has, though, is a very, very small example. It has, in fact, two very, very small examples. If we go to the public folder, you will see that you have 2D and 3D. For starters, that makes absolutely no sense, because a project cannot be 2D and 3D at the same time. In fact, whenever you use this kit, you don't use all the pieces. The same thing that happens with a Lego box, right? In a Lego box, maybe you want to create, today you create a castle, tomorrow an elephant, and after that you create something else, right? A house, it doesn't matter. So the thing is, this is a collection of pieces. In the 2D folder, you have bouncing balls around a 3D, bouncing balls in a 3-screen liquid galaxy, and in the 3D you have bouncing spheres inside a liquid galaxy with 3 screens. But this is not a game. This is just an interaction, right, that you can see on a web that works on the liquid galaxy, and that is meant for you to understand how a good web application on liquid galaxy looks like. But a starter kit is a collection of pieces, is a starting point, is a skeleton without any muscles, any fat, and honestly, any taste on top of it. It has nothing, right? But what it has is good bone structure, and good bone structure is exactly what we want from you. We want you to create the DLG Flutter starter kit. The DLG Flutter starter kit will be an application, but this application has nothing inside. There is no use case on it. And the reason why there is no use case is because it's just meant to be a skeleton. The bones where other students after you will be able to use those bones to make their own applications. That is what a starter kit is. So the first thing that we are asking out of you is go back in time and check from years prior of Liquid Galaxy, check the best Flutter applications, the ones that impress you the most, the ones that you say, how did they do it? And once you have selected the best Flutter applications from previous years, take and ask yourself, why are they good? Why are these applications good? And you will find that Good applications have separation of responsibility. Good applications have a model view controller architecture, very likely. Good architectures have a very good organization of the text that they are putting on, like constants and things like that, that needs to be translated later. Good applications have very good configuration with the Liquid Galaxy. They have good menus where you can set up the IP of the Liquid Galaxy. They have a number of characteristics. So if you want to create the skeleton of the perfect application, you go and you look at the best ones. And you create an application that is empty, but it has the minimum, right? The bones of that application. So it can show something on the screen, it can connect to the Liquid Galaxy, showing the best practices for the Liquid Galaxy. So that is the first deliverable. You have to create the LG Flutter starter kit, which is, again, an empty application. Why do we want an empty application? The reason we want an empty application is because together with that empty application, you are going to continue to learn. You're going to learn what made each of these applications good, and you are going to teach an AI how to make it. So if you go to the LG Web Starter Kit .agent, inside the .agent, I've created a collection of skills: brainstormer, code reviewer, executor, init, nano banana sprite, plan writer, quiz master, and the skeptical mentor. All of these talk about web projects. I taught the AI to make good LG projects on top of the Web Starter Kit. So now your mission is not to make an app on top of your skeleton. No. Teach the AI to make them all. And in order to teach the AI to make them all, you're going to have to learn a lot of things. You're going to have to learn how to generalize, how to express properly what is called the skill MD. The skill MD is a standard that was created by Anthropic and then liberated open source, and it has a very specific format in this MD. So you need to have the name and the description at the beginning, then it has headers. There is very specific things that this thing can do. So I want you to read the skills that I have created, and I want you to create your version for making Flutter applications. Some of these things will not apply to Flutter applications. Some of them, maybe they are exactly the same, like the brainstormer. It's very likely that brainstorming, right, is the same, and probably you're going to have to change some things in here, but not many, right, in order to brainstorm. However, if you want to go in detail on something like, I don't know, maybe the skeptical mentor has details about this. Maybe the code reviewer has details about web that is not there. Or maybe not, or maybe it's very generic because Victor is very smart. I don't know. You're going to have to read them, and you're going to have to check that that's the case. By the way, you will see that these skills have examples. They know a lot of stuff that your application needs to do properly. And they talk about the web side of it. So what you're going to create, once more, is the Lego piece, right? You're going to create all of these Lego pieces that go into the Web Starter Kit, right? You're going to take all of these pieces, and you're going to create the base skeleton of an empty Flutter app. And then you're going to create this agent. Now, once that you have these two first deliverables, the starter kit and the agentic system, that will be, a number of different skills. Once that you have finished those two things, now it's time to show me that it works. So what you're going to do is you're going to start recording yourself a video. And during that video, you're going to do two things. Number one, you're going to show me the Flutter starter kit that you just made, the app. You're going to launch it, and you're going to show me what it has. Number one. Number two, you're going to start talking with your anti-gravity AI, and you're going to show me how, thanks to the skills you wrote, you are going to create, now for real, an app that uses your Flutter kit, but you don't write it. The AI with your skills will write it for us, and you will show me how you use the AI to write that app. So a lot of people is only giving us the last part. It's only giving us a Flutter app created with AI. That's not what we are asking. We are creating for three things: the box of pieces, the starter kit, the skeleton, number one. Number two, the agents. Number three, the app that you created with the skeleton and the agent. That's the three things that are part of this contest. And what makes this contest so special, because if you do it well, and hopefully one of you, many of you, some of you will do it well, we will share the winner's repo the LG Flutter Starter Kit, and it will become a massive part of GSOC 2026 and many years onwards, hopefully. So in that case, yes, as I was mentioning, right, this is what we are asking, these 3 pieces, right, that we are going to create for the Flutter Starter Kit. So with this said, if you have any questions, I am reading Discord as well. So if you have any questions, this is the moment to ask them. But this is the difference, right, between what you were doing and that piece. So with this said, please go ahead. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to cover them. If not, this recording will be available for any of you that want to kind of review what was said, etc. But if you have any live questions, this is the moment to ask them. Hopefully I was clear more than the document and you guys understand. Yeah, this is the moment for questions, guys. Okay, I see a lot of people typing. All right, so we were asked to add a basic Flutter app with best practices from previous year. It is okay if we design our own starter app that follows these practices and makes development easier. Also, are there any external APIs you would recommend for this system? And lastly, how will the evaluation be done and what will be given more importance? Okay, so this is a few questions in one. I'm going to go one by one, but great questions, Javi. Thank you for that. So we were asked to add a basic Flutter app, what I call the skeleton app, which is an empty app, but that has a bunch of things. It is okay if we design our own starter app that follows these practices and makes development easier. It is not only okay, it is required. It is the deliverable number 1 is to create this skeleton app. It's an empty app, but still it's launchable, connects to the Liquid Galaxy, etc. And it has that best practices that you have identified from previous year. So it is not only okay, it is necessary to win. Second question, are there any external APIs you would recommend for this system? So the reality that I will answer this question with a question, and is there an API that has been used every single time in every single app? If that's the case, that means that a good practice is to use whatever API you find that repeats itself a lot. Maybe, there is a reason for it, right? So if you believe that there are APIs that should be part of the skeleton because every single good app from previous years use it, definitely add an external API and tell us why you decided that needs to be part of the application. And lastly, how will the evaluation be done and what will be given more importance? So this is a holistic evaluation, right? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to evaluate the 3 systems separately. We're going to look at the application, and I'm going to evaluate the application as best practices would, right? I'm going to look at separation of concerns, solid, dry, MVC. I'm going to make sure that it's kept as simple as possible. I'm going to ensure that it's run, and I'm going to ensure that the things that you selected as best practices from previous year actually are best practices from previous year. So I'm going to check for that application, and I'm going to run it on its own. Then I'm going to look at the agentic AI, and I have been able to identify, and if you look at my previous video, when Andru and I talk, and talk with the AI and made the application, there is a 2-hour workshop that we did in there, right? A very long workshop. But if you look at that workshop, you will see that I define a number of things that I realize that work really well when speaking with agents. I talk about the plan. I talk about writing down that plan, about documenting every folder. I talked about the role of a code review, but not only of a code review, but a skeptical code review, an agent that doesn't believe you that you have finished. So I'm going to read all of your skills, and without testing them, I'm going to read them, right? Just to see if you got the right ideas on how agentic AI can be optimized today. That's my second criteria. Third criteria is how good your conversation with the AI turns out to be. And I know that that's not fair because this is only half of you is there, right? Half of you is the AI, but that the AI is using your skills. So I'm going to look at the result that you and your AI were able to create. And I'm going to look at 3 things. Is the AI kind of following the best practices that you have put on the skeleton, or did they change them, right? Something that would be really bad is that if your AI says, oh, this skeleton is not very good, I'm going to change the skeleton. That means that you fail at the skeleton, right? Because the AI doesn't like it. So you have to be able to work together with those 2 things. And I'm going to look at that synergy between the agents that you have created and the skeleton that you have created to make sure that those 2 things work. So that's how I'm going to evaluate. And I'm not going to be, by the way, the only mentor evaluating this. I'm going to mostly evaluate the AI part, but I'm sure other mentors more specialized in Flutter than I am are going to look as well at other things. But this is how I would evaluate it, and I'm going to be part of this process. So that's how I would do it. Now, Vinayak says, for web project, it is fine the demo app is browser rendered on the LG screens, as long as it uses the LG Web Starter Kit correctly. Yes. For web projects, yes. But remember, this contest has nothing to do with web projects. Nothing. This is Flutter, okay? This contest is only about the Flutter Starter Kit, Flutter agents, and a Flutter example. It has nothing to do with the web kit. So no contestant can be even admitted to the tournament with a web application. You have to make a Flutter a Flutter Starter Kit, nothing to do with the web, okay? So the web is the example. You're doing what would I do with the web on the Flutter world, nothing to do, once more, with the Web Starter Kit. Okay, more questions if you have them. Let's see. I still have a few minutes. Vinayak is writing, so let's see. And I forgot something important, right? Which is that piece. So yes, what I said, if you remember, at the end of my previous, what I was saying is at the end of my prior, workshop, right? I was saying that, hey, if you believe that you can make a better Web Starter Kit than me, this Web Starter Kit may not be perfect. You know, my agents may not be perfect at all. You know, you may find a better bones and a better set of agents than I did. So what I'm saying is, if you want to fork my Web Starter Kit and you want to make a better one than me, just know two things. One, you are competing against me. So be sure you are competing against me, right? But you also have one advantage, and is that you can cheat because you have my code, right? So you know already what I did on that piece. So, but you are competing against me. So I will judge you exactly like that, as if you are competing against me. So can you do a fork of the Web Starter Kit? Yes. However, because the Web Starter Kit already exists, the barrier of entry, right? My judging is going to be way higher. I'm going to expect way more if you are doing the Web Starter Kit. And I'm telling you, the way you win, if you want to fork the Web Starter Kit, is you have to be better than me. And being better than me, and I'm not, I don't want to put my ego here, but I've been doing web and LG for web many, many years. So doing it, if we both do it blindly, right, and we are said, oh, let's do the best Web Starter Kit, then you are going to lose, right? Because experience, and I don't care how much AI you have, experience will always beat you on that piece for now. What you can do, though, is you can look at my code and say, oh, Mentor Victor selected all of these good principles and put them on the starter kit. But I have found that all the good ones also have this additional principle. Or I believe that this agent could be useful here. So if you can do that, right, if you can add something on top of my Web Starter Kit that is worth it, or you can start a new one and do it better than me, you win. But be careful, because when you do Flutter, you participate against the void. There is nothing on Flutter, a starter kit today. So you will be the first. So you compete against an empty space. But when you do web, you compete against me. And I'm going to be judging you as if you competed against me. So be careful on that one. But yes, you can do web. And the difference with web is that it would be a fork, right? Or, again, if you are so brave and you want to do your own starter kit that has nothing to do with mine, good luck. And I would be super honored to review that project for sure. I would be super, super honored to see it. Ideas, okay? Because this is very important. If you remember, not on the prior workshop, but on the prior meeting with mentors, there was a mentor that said, oh, sometimes Socket.io is no longer the best because now you can use data channel from WebRTC. My starter kit doesn't have data channel, but data channel is complicated. It's not Socket.io. It's much harder to do. But if you want to give it a go, that will be an excellent addition. Can you make the Web Starter Kit to have data channel from WebRTC and Socket.io, and the agents help you choose one or the other in the same way that they let you choose 2D and 3D. That would be amazing if you are able to do it. So are you able to do it? If so, that's a good entry for this this contest. So this is how web plays out. So that's why I was kind of focusing on Flutter, because I assume all of you will try Flutter. But hey, if you are brave and you want to try web, come, I'm ready for you. Yes, Andru.
So maybe, Victor, we can make a change. Maybe, if it's difficult, let's make a short, because this meet cannot take forever. We can have to stay 4 minutes more. If you guys are happy just doing the Flutter thing, that's beginning started from zero, and doing the same LG WebKit for LG Flutter Kit, that's one situation. If you want, we can get rid of the web part if you don't understand it clear, as Mentor Victor is explaining, and maybe we have to reward a little bit the document. So I want to make you this question, guys, and you have to say something in the Discord chat. So the deadline date to the document is already entered. Victor, can you go down in the document? I think it's Victor. Go down. Go down in the document. Down.
Sorry.
Down. Not down. So up. I think deadline is over there. It has to be up. Up. Here. No?
Yeah, February 18.
February 18, 2026. That's just the day before. Just the day before Google will announce the thing. So let me try to remake the question. Guys, are you confident that the instructions are clear, having both Flutter from zero and start web redoing the Victor's app, and he will be very tough with you because he's a master? What do you prefer? We stay here. You understand what we have said, and maybe we made some changes in the document. Both or only Flutter? Please say it in the both web and Flutter. Okay, we have one vote. Let's try to the other. We are something like 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 13 persons in the chat. I want to listen both web and Flutter. Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun because I didn't remember to close my WhatsApp and Telegram. I'll continuously there. Both web, both. Okay.
Okay, it's clear then. So remember, pick one category, pick either Flutter or web. Of course, if you want, you can participate with one Flutter, one web, but that's a lot of more work for sure. But pick one category and make sure that you tell us if you are doing a fork of the Web Starter Kit, or if you are doing if you are doing the Flutter Starter Kit. But yeah, of course, you are more than welcome to come and try to beat me at the website.
So let's gonna comment it again, because I will do the changes on the document. I don't know, guys, if you're listening to me. Flutter version is clear. Yes, they have to make again the same development you do for web, but for Flutter. Okay? It's a
Flutter Starter Kit, Flutter Starter Kit, agent system, an application made with both of them, like I did on the workshop. So it's a mirror from web to Flutter.
Okay.
Yes.
Second, web. You can redo from zero or fork your application. And if you redo, it would be fantastic. But if you fork, Victor will be a very critic. How was the name? The critical mentor, no, the skeptic.
A skeptical mentor, right? Because again, you have to either add something that I missed and is important, and I gave you a trick. Okay. Someone could impress me if they add the WebRTC option, okay? Data channel instead of Socketayo and the agent disabled. That's cheating, okay? But that one...
Let me make you a clue. Victor is a master on WebRTC.
I know a few things. I know a few things about WebRTC. So if you want to do that...
Let's stick to Flutter, but of course, Josh, you can just try to go to the Flutter thing. I mean, it's one price for Flutter, one price for web, so there is no problem. You can go one or the other. Even it's not clear on the documentation, but you only can go for one. I will rewrite this just in case some crazy guys try to do the same thing for both. Okay, only one.
But I mean, if they want to participate and do one of each, I mean, they can only win one, but they can participate in both, no?
No. Let's try
No?
to
Okay,
see.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, fair
What are
enough.
price? So, Guy, I don't know what your name is, but you didn't read the document, and I know I'm gonna become crazy. You have to read because we write. It's clearly stated in the document, or not? The other colleagues in the chat. Do you know what are the prices at the Liquid Galaxy thing?
I wonder what could be. Basically, you have you seen like The Voice and this singing contest? You know that they have like a golden pass that you go directly to the final. Okay, this is exactly what the prize gets you.
Okay, I
You
will say golden pass.
golden ticket. Okay, this is the golden ticket, guys. What you get is
But
very
if we
simple.
are, it is
you know?
clear. If we are not on this, okay, it might happen. We will give you a
Yeah.
lovely stock package.
Correct. So basically, one of the two things happen. If Liquid Galaxy gets selected by Google, like it has been every year for many years, what you will get is a direct internship. So basically, this means that your evaluation to become an intern of Google Summer of Code, finish this. If you win this contest, you go directly in. You get the internship right away.
I
That's
think
the price.
Darpan is making a question and he's not understanding
Yeah.
it clearly. He's not. Read it.
Ultimately, do we have to refine the learning MD and create the product for Flutter app web app? No. That's not what you have to do, Darpan.
No.
I told you very clearly, you have to do three things. If you are doing Flutter, you do the Flutter skeleton app, same as the web skeleton app. You do the agent skills, a folder full of skill MDs like the web starter kit has. And you use the skeleton and the agents to create an example in a different repo. That's the three things that you need to do to win on Flutter. On the web application, you need to fork or restart the same thing that you have been done. But this is not a prototype for a Flutter app or web app. This is much more than a prototype. It is a skeleton, is agent skills, is an example of how the skeleton and the skills work together to make apps. Three things.
Okay.
And I will need
No
to go,
problem.
Andrea. I have
recording
nine
this.
extra minutes. Just a while.
I am recording this. I will share it to you later. I don't know how the recording is going to be because we have a mess with the mics as usual. Please answer.
No, Vinayat, you were saying not creating a new web starter kit, but using it and creating a project using it. For example, the snake game as you did in the session, is that fine? No, it's not fine. That's not the contest, okay? This is using my my web starter kit. That takes 3 to 5 minutes. That's not how you win. In order to win, you have to do three things, okay? I mentioned very clearly the three things. Doing one of the three things, especially using what I have already done, and there is an example recorded, that gets you, a big thumbs up, but nothing else, okay? You get nothing if you do that, just to be very clear.
So, Victor, as you can see, they are not really understanding the thing. I mean, maybe, and I have to look at this, guys, maybe this is so difficult for you. I mean, it's too much higher level proposition. What do you think, Victor?
Could be. I mean, I think I've been very clear. I think there is a very clear example. And if you go through this recording, I have said everything that you need to do, literally step by step on that part. I understand that this, for some of you, could be too much. But to be completely honest, the price is worth it, So I think it totally is. It's a golden ticket, You get a direct internship. You don't get no more evaluations, no more meetings. You win, okay? You are in if you win. So I think it's worth it. But I understand that for some of you, this is complicated.
Let me add one phrase to this. This is not exactly, if we are in GSOC and the guys that win are not directly to the, it's a golden path. Because we have to make an exception, understand?
Of course, no. And let me be very clear. You win as long as your proposal is good, of course, but your proposal needs to still be good.
I mean, you cannot go there and say, I have an intern. What?
Of course.
But
you go directly, right? You go directly to the proposal phase, to the finals. Okay? You go directly to the finals of the proposal.
That is here to clear. You will go top to the LG score. That's a simple. Top to the LG score, the internal system we have. Yeah. But if you don't have a good proposal, you will not get an intern, of course. And if you haven't done the pre-required task, also is the same. So it allows you to cross all the other crowd participants, dozens of participants already. I will not say the number, to the top.
But I like Android jacket logo. I mean, you get that. For that one, you have to be a very old man. I know.
I think it's something like 7 years old. But of course, the day is cold there, and it's a very good jacket.
I have one, and I have the white jersey as well. I have a few. I have a big collection. I think I have one of these.
Yeah. I have two. I mean, I might.
Of course.
Yes, ago. But the other one is not now. This is you know what's that?
Wallapop, of course. Yeah. I that I don't have. You see, that I don't have.
They don't know because Wallapop is not as much.
It's a Spanish startup.
No,
it's a Spanish startup.
Some South America, they are in other countries.
That's true. They're extending, right?
But not too much, and not in India. Okay, we are waiting for 3 more questions. Vinayak, Abhi, and I don't know who's the other one. I'm pretty sure my voice is going to be best. Victor, I just installed OBS 30 seconds before we started the conference. I didn't have it on installed, so I'm pretty sure we have a loop on the. But it seems that they are listening to us. So, will be there more contests in the near future? Actually, depend. I have to answer this one. When Google announces on the February 19 organizations that are on GSOC, everything goes so fast. So I'm pretty sure we are not going to make any more contests this year, unless we are not selected. If we are not selected, maybe we do. But if we are selected, that thing starts to go crazy. That's the reason I always say to you, start early. We need to know you. You need to do the prerequisite tasks. We need your thing. You need to be up on the LG score. We need to proposal, because when Google will make the announcement on February 19, suddenly this is crazy. So no.
It becomes a race against time, okay? Everyone goes crazy because the summer flies every time.
Yeah. And will there be more tasks after announcement? You mean task for the regular task announced on the no, the tasks are those 4.5. 4 tasks a must. Task 1, the virtual liquid installation. Second is the simple Flutter app. 3 is the presentations. 4 is the entries for the wiki, and 5, this is not a must at this moment, is the proposal. So there will be no more tasks. That's a good question, Vinayak. Maybe. I can say other question. Maybe. If Victor says your application is fantastic, but you are not first, maybe you have more options. But I would say surely, because you have.
I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, if not only because of the fact that you participated in the tournament, only because of the fact that we like your app, obviously you're going to have a better consideration and a better LG score as a result. Yes,
but at the same thing, we are not going to leave behind the other contributors that have not participated on the contest, because not everybody is ready for this. So it will be a balance.
Absolutely. So it doesn't mean, right, that just because you participated, you are already up everyone else. And also it doesn't mean that if you don't participate, you're going to be left behind or anything like that. This contest is optional. However, it is a very juicy and it's a very juicy prize. That's the kind of
Victor,
engineering. It's all about trade-offs. You know, that's an example.
I am a copyleft guy. You know me. The name of the contest. I am pretty happy with it. Gemini contest. Gemini Summer of Code. That's perfect.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Actually.
Google will like it because we are just getting rid of the Google, but we put Gemini. But I like it. Gemini Summer of Code. Okay, we are waiting. Vinayak and Niket, write your questions because we are shutting down the conference. If someone comes first, no, this is already. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Vinayak, to you. Ready for Gemini Summer of Code. Let's go. What is the last question, guys? Aniket, go. Ready for Liquid Galaxy's personal GSOC. Okay, I don't understand what you mean exactly, but we wish you luck. Exactly the same that we wish to all of you that are working hard. Ash, and I don't know who's the other one. S. Go fast writing. I know the acronym. I invented it, but it's copyleft. You can use it. Come in, come in.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, actually, this is faster because as we're interacting on the stage, we see it live. This was on the
Of course.
on the YouTube. It will take a new franchise of Summer of Code, Gemini Summer of Code.
Yep.
Okay, come in, Darpan, come in, Ash. We need your questions because we are gonna close now. This thing. I hope the sound is half better. It's a mess. It's simply a question, Victor. I don't use headphones here because my regular mic, you know that, is very good at canceling the voice. But maybe here, as I have the stage, the Discord, the Meet, the OBS, it's not. We already summarized, Darpan. Are you really asking this question? Do you want us to re-summarize again? I will say
we did an excellent summary.
No.
So
go to the video later and rewatch it.
Exactly.
Because
that's your summary. We just did it, so that's your summary.
I make it summarized to Victor, and I also summarize it. So it's already summarized. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Okay,
4,
guys.
3.
It's something like 14 people. Let's wait for Darpan. Sure, thanks, Deepen. No, I hope they make just. Thank you, Deepen. And yes, we are ready for Gemini Summer of Code. Victor, thank you very much for coming. And
always
say hello to Victoria.
I will introduce her on stream at some point.
Today,
You'll see. Not today.
Maybe
No, for sure.
because
I need to go. I have another meeting.
Knows, at this moment today, no one knows what's going to happen with Victoria and the technology behind it.
No one knows.
Okay,
no one knows.
care.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.